Hi, and welcome to QA Technology Talks, brought to you by the ResultsPositive team. This is Series 1. Today we're going to be talking about HP Application Lifecycle Management, or ALM, and how it works with TFS. But we're not going to just be talking about how it works with TFS from a source code or build perspective. We're actually going to talk about how it works with the other flavor of TFS that helps you manage user stories and defects. So we have a quick agenda. What I'd like to do is provide you with a quick introduction of ResultsPositive and the folks that we have on the call, including myself and Angel Tran, who is a resident expert that we have on the line and a senior solution architect for ResultsPositive. And then after that, we'll go ahead and get into the demo. So ResultsPositive was founded in 2004. We're an HP Platinum partner and focused on improving business execution. We've pioneered a few different rapid start programs around a number of HP enterprise products, particularly HP Quality Center, ALM, Performance Center, Load Runner, QTP, UFT, and more recently Agile Manager. Our rapid start programs are designed to get your team quickly enabled on any number of products. They entail a quick upgrade of the product to the latest version or even a greenfield implementation. Along with that, we provide focused instructor-led training, mentoring, coaching, and of course, we can also provide your team with ongoing support through our ASMPS support program. We've been awarded the HP Partner of the Year a number of years going. In fact, we were just awarded another HP Partner of the Year award a couple weeks ago that we don't have on this particular slide. In the bottom right-hand corner, we have a few notable customers. We have over 200 customers that we support on a day-to-day basis. As you can see, we have a number of high-profile customers as well that we've helped over the years. Our motto is make a difference. Our consulting team strives to exceed expectations. We work hand in hand with our customers to ensure they have the right product at the right time. So our speaker biographies. Today, I'm in the lower right-hand corner. My name is Matt Anger. I'm a senior solution architect here at ResultsPositive. I have about 15 years of industry IT experience. I actually started my career as an SAP EDI hand, a variety of different IT experience, including software quality assurance and testing. A lot of entrepreneurial experience as well in launching several .NET products for landlords and property managers. I'm also an HP Expert 1 certified professional in testing products, including application lifecycle management. On my free time, I enjoy hanging out with my family. I enjoy boating, deep sea fishing. In fact, last year I caught a few very large fish, and I was featured in the Miami Herald. I'll have to send out the link sometime, but it was pretty amazing. I enjoy running. I enjoy biking. Pretty much anything outdoors I enjoy doing. So, and on the line with me, I have Angel Tran. He's also a senior solution architect with ResultsPositive. Angel has actually about 16 years of industry IT experience. He has over 12 years of experience working with software quality assurance and testing tools. Angel is also an HP Expert 1 certified professional in testing products. He is our foreknown expert in Load Runner, Application Lifecycle Management, Performance Center, UFT, and several other products. Angel enjoys singing. He also enjoys learning about different cutting-edge technologies. So before we get into the demo, I'd actually like to draw our attention to this particular slide. One of the things we do at ResultsPositive on a bi-weekly basis, we review different themes of the World Quality Report, and we publish a blog to resultspositive.com. As we know, HP and Sogeti and Capgemini actually come together to publish a World Quality Report every year. The World Quality Report is a report that provides industry trends, but it also provides deep analysis into what organizations are spending their money on. What are they budgeting on when it comes to IT delivery projects? What we've noticed in the latest World Quality Report is, QA budgets are on the rise, and the reason being is it's not getting any easier to ensure that bugs don't slip through to production. The reason it's not getting any easier is because there are so many different operating systems, there are so many different mobile device types there are complexities galore in the terms of who's touching the product at different times of the delivery cycle and where defects can be injected into the process. One of the things we're going to be talking about today is how application lifecycle management can actually integrate with source code management tools and build control tools, giving your QA managers and your product owners, your test managers, your project managers with visibility down to the code level, from a requirements level down to the code level. So, with that being said, I just it's one thing we'd like to point out before we go into our QA Tech Talks is the discipline around quality assurance and testing is certainly here to stay, but more importantly is the tool sets available to organizations today to help in terms of building the architecture from both an automation standpoint, but even more importantly, it's like the synchronization of tools across the enterprise. A lot of organizations have invested heavily in HP products, including Application Lifecycle Management and Quality Center, but you might also have a license agreement with Microsoft. So today what we'd like to show you is that's okay. If that's the case, that's okay. I mean, certainly we'd like you to use HP Agile Manager for your Scrum for your Scrum meetings and your sprint planning. But if you happen to be already using TFS, we want to show you how easy it is to integrate TFS with Application Lifecycle Management, so that you can take advantage of the synergies between both products. And when we speak of the synergies, we're actually speaking about why it makes sense to bring both of these products together. In terms of user stories feeding into ALM and Quality Center and defects kind of feeding back and forth. You might have large-scale waterfall projects, but you might have semblances of agile projects kind of built into these larger scale projects. And it's important to have a 360-degree view or an overall product view from ALM and Quality Center, but you don't want to have to be pulling data from multiple sources. So in order to gain the PMO view of the product, you need to have synchronization between the products and then build a dashboard, from your source of record in order to see that. So hopefully that was a pretty good introduction. Actually, it just dawned on me that I didn't mention what type of fish I caught for my hobby. So it was a blue marlin. It was a 200-pound blue marlin I actually caught off the coast here of South Florida. I live in Miami. So during our next Tech Talk, I'll actually clip out the little newspaper clip and I'll show everybody so you can believe me, and I'm not just telling tall tales from my adventures on the blue seas down here in South Florida. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Angel now. Angel's going to get into the nitty-gritty, the technical aspects of the product. It's going to be a pretty quick demo. We'll probably spend about 15-20 minutes today. He'll go through the product, and then we'll wrap it up. And during these talks, they're sort of informal, so I might ask Angel a few questions along the way. But it's really an opportunity for you and your team to sort of see a finished product. So we might not go into the specifics of how we installed the synchronizer or how we mapped it together. We'll kind of talk about it a little bit, but we're going to kind of show you the finished cake. And then if you're interested in seeing a one-on-one or scheduling a one-on-one demo with one of our internal experts, we'd be happy to speak. You can actually email us at info@resultspositive.com or head over to our website at www.resultspositive.com and go ahead and click on Contact Us, and we'd be happy to set up a one-on-one scheduled demo with you. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to Angel, and he'll get us started.
So hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. And my name is Angel Tran, a Senior Solution Architect at ResultsPositive. In today's demo, first I will be showing you how HP ALM tools integrate with TFS 2013 to synchronize defects and requirements assets between the two systems. Also, we'll be demonstrating how HP ALI feature works to integrate ALM assets, traceability with TFS source control management, build management, and continuous integration, and with different IDE. So to synchronize defects and requirements, you would have to install Synchronizer ALM Synchronizer client and Synchronizer server on a dedicated machine, which I already have installed and configured here. I'm just going to start the Synchronizer client, which is the user interface, and connect to my Synchronizer server. To synchronize defect and requirement between ALM and TFS, you would create link or endpoint, which they call it. The endpoint 1 will always be HP ALM, and the second endpoint is pointed to your TFS project, which I already have set up here as my 2 endpoints, HP ALM and TFS endpoint. I also already mapped my entity fields to the defects from HP ALM and the TFS bug schema. For this demo, I'm just selecting the requirements field, and you can also define rules. Rules are actions that perform trigger corresponding actions between each endpoint. For this instance here, if you look on the right side, you have the creation, the update, and deletion actions. So if there's an entity that is created in this endpoint, the corresponding action should create another record in the other endpoint as well. So it goes vice versa. You can also schedule it to run your synchronization task on a specific time and date of the day. Or you can run your synchronization with incremental or full synchronization. The difference between the incremental only includes the creation and the update. It doesn't include the deletion operation. So if you want, if the entities are deleted in the other side, so you would have to run the full synchronization task. So to quickly demonstrate this, I will create a defect from TFS side, and we will quickly run that synchronization link that I created, and to synchronize defect from TFS to HP ALM. I'm just going to create a defect here. One. Just quickly save this, and just quickly double check on the other side, which is I'm going to log into my HP ALM just to make sure that that one defect is not there. There we go. So I'm just going to look into the defect module. This is the module that displays all the defects within HP ALM. So as you can see, there's no defect that I want. There's one defect over on the ALM side. So I'm just going to run the synchronizer link that I created here. Do a run incremental synchronization. And the taskbar here provides you like steps on what it's doing. It's connecting to each endpoint and validating the username of privileges, define the actual record that was updated. Once, as you can see, it completed as passed. You can also view this report once it's completed. That identify that a record from endpoint 1 has been created. That is correct because we have synchronized from TFS endpoint 2 to HP ALM endpoint 1. So I'm just going to go to HP ALM side now and to validate to verify that my defect has been created over on HP ALM side. So that's pretty much how you can synchronize defect over from TFS to ALM. Pretty easy. Next, I'm going to demonstrate how the requirements synchronizations between TFS and ALM. So to do this, you practically create a different link that is for requirements purpose. Here, as you can see, this requirement has defined as a user story from TFS, and from HP ALM side, it's the requirement side as functional. So I already had this requirement type as functional, and it showed as undefined because we haven't defined the user story as a requirement type. Every entities from TFS is considered as a work item unless you modify that work item type. So you can also have a capability to map the entity fields and define rules as well with the creation, update, and deletion action as well. So to demo this, I'm going to create a user story from TFS side, similar to how I create a defect. TFS ALM requirement demo 01. I'm going to save this, and just to make sure that my requirement is not here in the ALM side, not there. So I'm just going to do a synchronization task here and run this. It runs through that check and should come back as passed. Shown as one updated. Let's look at the view report. And now it shows has one record been created. So I'm going to go back to HP ALM and select the requirement module here and refresh this. Now you just see that a new user story has been synchronized over to HP ALM. So that's pretty straightforward and pretty easy to set up as well. So on the next demo, I'll be showing you how HP ALM synchronized with integrated with source control management and build control management from TFS, how HP ALI technology embedded and bring over the information over inside of to the HP ALM modules here. So I'm just gonna jump directly into my other machine that has that set up. So to synchronize, to integrate ALI with TFS, source control management and build management system, you would have to incorporate 4 web services to your Team Foundation server, which I already configured. As Matt mentioned, if you want to go in a deeper dive demo, please contact ResultsPositive, and we're happy to do a deeper dive demo regarding how the setup and the configuration works. But for this demo, I'll be showing you the integration, how once the AOI has been configured, and how HP ALM pulls the information into HP ALM module. As you can see here, this is a TFS, a Visual Studio IDE. I created a solution, pretty simple solution that is going to show this capabilities that I'm going to demonstrate. And this solution has a class library that includes 4 functionality, like add, subtract, multiply, divide functions. I also have a project that is a unit test project that kind of like has 4 tests for this unit test to test out my whole applications. In TFS, TFS allows you to have full code coverage base. Within, once you build the application, you can run these unit tests as and TFS allows you to see the coverage that you have covered from all the source code from your library. So all this information here. So let me just quickly go back to HP ALM and to show you how the ALI integration works. So to enable the ALI features in ALM, you would have to enable an extension in your site administration. It's pretty much just a check to enable that within your site administration module. Once you have that enabled, you will see the SCM repository link and the build server link here, allowing you to configure your TFS information, your branches, your source code management repository, and how your commit pattern, that you can define your commit pattern as well. I will demonstrate how the commit pattern works soon right here. And once you have the ALI enabled, you also have the development module enabled for you, and the code module displayed for you that display all your code changes and all your build information within this screen here. So to quickly demonstrate that, I'm gonna go back to my TFS to do an update to my source code. I'm just gonna do a quick changes to this line of code here. Just one line, probably 2 lines. And save this update to my source code. So I'm just gonna check into my repository now. This changes is traced back to my requirements. Perhaps this changes is a change that I had to do a change to a particular requirement back to ALM. So my check-in comment would be requirement number 3. This is the commit pattern that I was talking about. I'm just going to do a check-in to this, and I'm going to do go back to my HP ALM and synchronize that changes from my source code directly from the SCM repository module. In this detail here, the change detection here. You have 2 options to retrieve the code changes from your SCM system, either periodically, or you create an agent you can view it on a real-time base, which I did not configure it yet. So I'm just going to run a synchronize on demand here to get the changes that I just did to my source code. So once the synchronization is completed, you go back to the code changes module now in the development module. You can see the changes here that I did. Refresh this and see here. Look at the requirement. You can see the changes to the source code. You can quickly identify the differences between your old revision and to the new revision directly from the source code here. You click on Detail tab and click on Change View. What is that? Let me refresh this here. See your old revision to the new revision. So let me do it again here. View changes. And you should see the old revision from your source code to the new revision here. So that provides very great information into how your source code changes directly from HP ALM. That's the source code management. So if I go back to TFS, perhaps if I want to integrate the build control management information like development activities, like the number of unit tests, the code coverage percentage of my source code. I would run this build that I created from TFS. I'm going to check build. And I'm just going to run this build. This continuous integration here runs when my code checked in. It should run all my unit tests and provide build status, code coverage information, the number of tests ran, completed, successfully, fail or pass. So I'm just going to go back to my TFS, my HP ALM, and do a synchronize to the build server. Once that's completed, go back to the build development module here. You should see changes to the build, and with all these development information, build status information, the number of unit tests cover, your source code coverage by the number of tests. This shows at 94%. That's pretty good stable build. Giving you this information, allowing the QA team to come in and understand that this build is stable enough for you for QA team to perform integration testing. You can also see the actual view report here, or you can view your build details. It's pretty nice information. You can see an overview of your entire build process status by clicking on the view report within your sprint to determine if all your build is it stable enough within the sprint or not. So providing you great information into making the informed decision as well. One great feature here, if you go back to the requirement tab here, you can double click on this traceability back to your requirement, and from the requirement module, it provides very similar information as the build module. Let's wait for a second to load up. You can see this point to your requirements. If you click on the development activities, you should see all the relevant information to your build status as well from directly from this from the requirements module. You can see the number of unit tests for the folder, the coverage, the type of binaries, what's included, what file has changed. That reflect back to this, that traceability back to your requirements. AOI also comes with an add-in plugin that you can configure and install onto your Visual Studio, allowing developers to comfortably working within the Comfort IDE. So you would able to direct access to HP ALM assets like requirements, defects, and tests within the IDE itself. The plugin is installed with an application plugin that once you install the plugin, you have the ability to have this task list here, module here, allowing you to connect directly into your HP ALM server, allowing you to create tasks, to update specific changes to the requirements or defects or tasks. For one example, you have direct access query to particular query to get access to your entities. For this instance, if you like a developer that has this defect assigned to him, he can directly update this to update the status. And once he fixes the code, and assign back to particular developer or QA. Since I did not have any QA available here, I'm just going to do a submit, show it as fixed. And the status of this defect would synchronize back to HP ALM once you hit the synchronization task list. And let's go back to HP ALM here, the defect module. Defect number 3, you should see the status now showed as fixed. Status shows as fixed. If the developer added any comment, you should see the updated comment here as well. So Matt, that's all I have for the demo. If you guys have any questions around the synchronization works and how ALM and TFS integrations?
Thank you so much, Angel. That was great. One of the things I wanted to add for the folks who listen today is, oftentimes you might have a quality assurance team that may not be part of your Scrum team, right? Perhaps you don't have a dedicated quality assurance professional, or maybe you have an offshore team, or maybe you have a nearshore team for that matter, focused on regression testing. One of the things we point out when we do our demos between application lifecycle management and other agile tools such as TFS, such as Agile Manager, Jira, other tools as we know are on the market, there's a attribute in the requirements management module of ALM called direct cover status. And direct cover status pretty much gives you visibility down to the traceability that comes up from the test cases and also the execution runs of those test cases that are done in the test lab. So if you're managing automated scripts from UFT or QTP within ALM, or even manual regression testing efforts, it's important to know that direct cover status within the requirements management module would give you a good indicator of the coverage of that particular requirement, whether it's been tested, right? And what we can do through the Synchronizer is, in fact, you can map the direct cover status from application lifecycle management, this tool, over into TFS at the user story level in TFS, so that your product owners and Scrum Masters within TFS can have some sort of understanding of how that user story is faring from a regression testing perspective. And that helps. If you think about it, if your sprints are 1 to 2 weeks or perhaps 3 weeks at the most, I would think, it helps to understand how your testing team is doing in terms of supporting that particular sprint. So, instead of having to log out, log into another tool, when you have these two tools integrated together through ALM Synchronizer, you have that ability to build those reports even within TFS. Perhaps you have certain reports in TFS that you use as a Scrum Master or product owner, and you don't want to have to go into application lifecycle management. You have that capability, and that's there. So as Angel pointed out before, if you're interested in a one-on-one demo, please reach out to us. We'd be happy to set up a proof of concept or speak through any challenges your organization may have. We have integrated ALM with several other products as well, and we have fully built out internal demo environments that we can showcase, and we can work with your team to show you how to do it, or we can do it for you. So just let us know. Stay in touch, and go out to our YouTube page and like us. Subscribe to our channel. Every week we produce another QA technology talk on a different topic area. If you have any recommendations, let us know. We'd be happy to build a technology talk around a topic that you may want to see. So, hey, thank you again, and we appreciate your time.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Matt.